Hi, I'm Kathy, and I teach 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And I have an example too, but it's the same kind of thing where somebody, either the student has an idea and you just go with it. And I'm thinking of a particular girl who, it was Halloween time, and the kids had said, oh, let's decorate our classroom. And then one gal said, you know, I know how to do origami, and I'd love to teach everyone how to make pumpkins. And I said, great, and that was a few weeks, and I kind of forgot about it. She came back to me, yes. So she became the teacher. She went home, she got all the paper, she planned it out, and so she stood in front of the class up at the whiteboard. She really liked that. And she had, you know, had her little diagrams, and then step by step, you know, she'd hold it. We all had our paper, and she'd, now you fold here, now you fold here, and all the kids were really into it. And you know, so we made really nice little origami pumpkins. And then that night, I guess she had gone home and told her mom. She said, I think she had been having a little bit of problems, and we've been trying to work with her, and she said, I think everything's going to be okay now. But I think it was just giving her the energy. She had the energy and just helping her with it.
I think it's one of those the keys there that if you're supporting these lighter students, you can relax about the choices they're going to make. You don't have to micromanage, because you can kind of trust in the fact that they're probably going to tune into something that's going to be helpful to everybody. And so it gives them more of a sense of empowerment, and just makes our job clearer.
I had an experience with one of our students. I'm Rose, and I teach with Punya in the 1st and 2nd grade, who can be more ego-active but also light. So this was sort of moving from an ego-active place to more of a light place, and we can be both. And it actually kind of eliminate the negative, accentuate the positive. So anyway, I just was accentuating the positive in this student, because what we were working on wasn't so much an academic project, but kindness and including people. So this student was in a leadership position naturally in the class. And what was neat was every single time there was a sliver of the lightness within her. It was like, that was so beautiful, thanks for doing that. Wow, I saw how you gave that person a turn first. And it just expanded, like bubbled up, like, and it just, in all the little ways, it was her she'd say things really emphasizing using kind words, or really consciously including someone at recess. And then her actions affected everyone around her, and they all lifted up. So I guess it's really what I pay attention to that can be just a powerful shift.
It's a good example of, we talk about teachers being gardeners, like gardeners, and the way we garden is with our energy and our attention, our magnetism, in this case, by just focusing on that particular plant. You're able to get the plant to start growing that way, which is helpful to everybody.
My name is Nirani, and I have kindergarten in 1st grade this year. But this is not actually something from my class, but something I observed at this Thanksgiving celebration that we just had on Wednesday. Just to sort of paint the picture, at the end of the program, we were doing some singing. It was all the school and parents and some grandparents, and that were all together. And watching what can happen as a result of children being put in position again and again of leadership, and the confidence that it brings. And at one point, David Eby, who was our music teacher, wanted to lead a song that has 6 parts, channels, 6 different parts. And you know, many of the people, the parents and things, they didn't know the song. And so he just started asking, who wants to lead this part? Who wants to lead this part? Who wants to lead that part? And in my group, 5th grade, 2 5th grade boys, was that, I think it's in your class? 2 5th grade boys volunteered. And so we all went to different parts of the community center where we were to learn our parts. And here were these 2 boys, 5th grade boys, teaching. There were probably 20 people in our group, most of them adults, some of them that they did not know, and just so fully, you know, taking on that leadership and saying, okay, well, this is how it goes, and singing it, and let's do it again, and this is just absolutely guiding. I was blown away. And I looked around, and part after part after part was being led by kids. I thought, there is no way I would have led strangers, adult strangers, in something like that. And then I just watched that and I thought, wow, this, just like a reading skill, just like math skill, just like sports, to be able to take on that role of leadership with confidence, with grace. No, they weren't show-offish. I thought, wow, is this a skill for living? Wow. It was beautiful.
I'm Hoshi in preschool, and I had an example of something. I try to set opportunities for the kids that I know are lighter and will lead the way. And we were playing Go Fish one day, and I got it out, and I knew we really wouldn't play by the rules, but I figured we were going to play, and everybody had their cards, and the kids laid them out. And I sort of see who was going to say what, because I knew we just weren't going to read the rules. And sure enough, one of the boys, the one that I thought picked up, he said, well, I have a tube. Well, here, O'Shea, you need this tube. And so then it started. They sort of got the idea, and they had their sets, or their like 4 in a row. They say, okay, well, I said, well, you need the 6 here. Well, I could use that. And so then the whole game from then on, we've played it several times, has been make sure everybody gets their pairs and it's laid out. And it's all cooperation, and they don't even get the idea that it's really, I don't know what the object is. I think it's to get all the pairs you can. Yeah. But then everybody, and then the game's over when everybody's laid out all the cards and everybody's got their pairs. Oh, this is something new. I could do this board games on. But
it was his idea. It was his idea.
It was his idea.
Yeah.
To come up with it. He started, and it was magnetic enough that everybody could, oh, okay, here, you take my 8. But I have your 7.
Yeah. Now that's the magnetism of it, because if you had said this is as the teacher, you would have gotten a completely different response. But if one of the quote natural leaders in the class has an idea, everybody's they're already behind that, and they're already supporting it, so it's just a matter of letting it happen.